Hello everybody and welcome to Transwest Truck Trailer and RV here in Frederick, Colorado. Thank you for tuning in today on Facebook Live, on YouTube, wherever it may be that you're finding us. My name is Katie O'Neill. My number is 303-562-8659. Again, 303-562-8659. I'm here at Transwest Truck Trailer and RV in Frederick, Colorado. The weather is great. The only thing better than the weather is this RV. I spoke with a client earlier today that's shopping with us, and he akened it to a velvet hand. I'm sorry, an iron hand in a velvet glove. What a great analogy. This is a really powerful, really beautiful mid-bath Verona LE made by Renegade. It's a 2021, and man, you're in for a treat. We're going to start from the bedroom today. So Jody, if you don't mind, I'll follow you back. So as you'll know as we walk through here, the first thing you'll see is a ceiling fan, and that is an LE trait. It's a really nice feature to have in a motorhome of this size. Now we do have phenomenal cross ventilation. You'll notice on either side of the headboard that we do have windows that open. This is the blackberry vine interior. It's absolutely stunning. There are nightstands on either side. You'll notice that there's a power outlet along with 2 USB ports. And then just to the left of that, you'll see those beautiful backlit sconces. So you have this really nice accent lighting. And then here up in top, I want to just show that first of all, there's a control panel right there at your fingertips for anyone who's wanting to turn things on and off. Now, of course, with the Firefly system, it's not necessary to use that. You can actually use your phone. But also, please do note that you have the map lights, and also because of the fact that we have outlets on either side, if you'd like to have a CPAP machine, you've got plenty of room to do that as well. And I know that those are important things. So when I close these cabinets, you'll notice this is just a really nice solid sounding finish, and that is really because of the fact that we are made in Indiana by the Amish, and I had the great fortune of visiting Renegade this last summer and staying in Shipshewana, going down and visiting the Elkhart factory, watching the assembly line. And the one thing I can tell you is that the quality of this cabin is second to none. I akened this to a motor cabin instead of a motor coach, so we sell Newmar here too. We do a really nice A-Class and Super C line there as well. But this has got much more of a rustic finish, but it's not any less quality. Super, super high quality, really solid finishes. And this LE is just a little more luxurious. So if you're looking for that nice posh finish, that's what you'll find here in this coach. So Jody, I want to show behind us, we have a lot of storage in this RV. First and foremost, look at all of this closet space. So you have a lot of closet space here in the top. You also have a removable shelf here. So you can take this out if you had something that was longer and you wanted to store maybe, your evening gowns. Just kidding. This bottom shelf, this is where we keep all of our bedding. We keep all of the extra pillows and blankets and things that we use, the throws for, in this case, something you probably won't need, which is sitting up in the front cabin. This Verona LE is a 40 LTS, and it has a fireplace. So we'll get to that in a little bit. But please take a look at all of this drawer space. It's magnificent, super deep. These are the kind of drawers that you hope you have on your cabinets at home. When you buy a nice dresser with this dovetail finish, these are all going to be soft close. So just really high class, super luxury. Finished, of course, with a porcelain floor. You'll notice that we also have lighting underneath here. So we've got nice night lights for those of us who have to get up in the evening, maybe use the facilities. And then I'd like to show you underneath this bed. So one of the things that I really liked about the Verona, and one of the reasons we chose it ourselves, was the water capacity. So these are 2 75-gallon drums. You have 150 gallons of fresh water on this RV. It's just amazing. 150 gallons means you can go out for a really long time and boondock. You don't have to, of course, but you've got a whole house water filter. If you don't have the availability of plugging in and you need to find a campsite that's maybe up along the beach or a coastal road that you'd really like to vacation at, with the fact that we have a lithium-ion battery pack coupled with our solar and all of our fresh water, a 75-gallon gray water tank, a 75-gallon black water tank with a macerator. I mean, there's really no reason that you can't stay out for a long time and get off the beaten path, which is exactly what we're trying to do in a Renegade. So here you'll see we have a nice television above, again, the blackberry vine decor. You've got a Bluetooth player in here. This beast is also upfitted with satellite and Wi-Fi. You know, with smart TVs these days, we offer something called Cradle Point as well. If you'd like to add a Cradle Point system, you can even do Zoom calls and stay on the road like I did all summer. A lot of fun to go cross country with my daughter in the back seat, showing all of her friends who were sitting in class the beautiful scenery of Indiana behind her. So just a little more storage. I like to kind of point all of this stuff out because, you know, when I'm settling in, I'd like to know that, you know, if I'm folding my laundry, I've got a place to stack everything so I can have my boyfriend put it away. I fold, he stores. Up here, you'll see we have our controls for our lights, fan, so on and so forth. Please note though that you have an app on your phone, and we'll look at that a little bit later. One of the nice things about the app on your phone is if it's hot and you're like sleeping at night and you want to turn on one of your two 15,000 BTU AC units, you can do that. If you want to turn the hydronic heat on, you can do that. You can do it all from the touch of a button on your phone. The Firefly system really brings this coach to the next level. If you haven't seen it work, I'll show you a few things today. If you have any questions in the interim, feel free to text me, reach out. I'm more than happy to show you a personalized video. Like I said, I drive a very similar Verona. It's not nearly as nice as the LE. It's my little motor cabin though. We love it. And I've got a lot of information for you. If you've got questions, I can usually come up with the answer pretty quick. So once again, we were talking earlier, this is a mid-bath model with a mid-entry. One of the things that's really nice about the mid-bath model is, as you'll notice, there's no fancy switches, there's no high-end hidden things. There's just simply a nice strap and a snap and a really solid door, keeping other people out. So you can have the privacy, they can use the potty, no one needs to bother you. The door does lock. And then they have this huge bathroom in the center. And what's nice about this is I can also close this door. And I can also close this door. So what I have here is I have a place where I can be using the facilities. My wife can be blow drying her hair. My kids can be in the front making me a gourmet breakfast. You know, everyone's got a little bit of room to themselves to get ready in the morning. A lot of room in this medicine cabinet. I'll tell you, we keep a hair dryer in here, a first aid kit, all of our suntan lotion, tons and tons of stuff. I don't have this really nice luxurious mid cabin. I don't even know what I would use that for, but I am sure I could find something to fill it up. All of that tall space is just spectacular. And then once again, this is where we keep our towels. So our beach towels and washcloths go in this drawer. And then down here in these bottom drawers, you'll see everyone can really have their own drawer here. So hairspray, you know, hair gel, all the things that you might want, toothpaste, everything is, you know, got more than enough room. To be very candid with you, it's hard to fill this coach up. There's so much storage in here. You'll find yourself with extra space, which is highly unusual, but really convenient. I love this cabinet here above the loo. You'll notice that it stays open, but what a great place to keep, you know, the tablets that you use to keep your black water tanks clean, extra toilet paper, maybe some air freshener, and then you can close it and it's nice and solid. It'll stay shut. That way when you're driving down the road, nothing comes flying out. We have this fantastic fan that it has a rain sensor above us. So that's also a very nice feature to have in the loo. And then I'd like to kind of show you, this shower is on a magnetic hold, so it stays shut. You do have a handheld shower handle, so you can sit down, wash your feet. As you'll note, it's really nice. This is magnetic once again, so when it's closed, it's keeping all of that warm air in the shower if it's cold, and keeping all of the cold air out. So really nice there. And then, like I said, one of the things that's really, I think, important about Renegade to understand is nothing is like overly fancy. We just basically have a latch. That's a really easy one to check off on your checkpoint. Another thing that I really like about the Renegade, I love these toilets. So nice, solid, porcelain toilet. This is a San Marin model. And then you also have your Eco Normal flush next to it, so you can choose your flush type if you need to. One of the things is you'll not run out of black water in this beast, but if you're camping for a long time, water conservation, of course, is key. On the note of water conservation, you have these really energy efficient Splendide washer and dryer stackable units. And it's quite funny. My boyfriend said, well, I'm going to go to the laundromat when I get to Arizona. And I was like, why? And he's like, well, I've got a lot of laundry to do and I want to get it done before my gig tomorrow. And I said, just turn on the generator and do your laundry on the road. And then when you get to Arizona, you can go out to dinner or go for a bike ride. And he's like, whoa, you mean I can do my laundry on the road? And I was like, thank God you are, dating a woman who sells RVs. All of these things are going to greatly enhance your life. It's true. So now we're going to go into the galley. Now I want you to note one of the first things that I really like about this RV. Check this out. Here's our mid-door entry. And then above it, of course, we have all sorts of stuff that you can stick up there. Who knows? Maybe it's table tennis, paddles. Maybe it's frisbees. I don't know. Whatever you need. Something for the puppy. Leashes, potentially. But one of the things I really like about this RV is that your refrigerator's right here. So if you've got kids that want to go in and out and grab, a cocktail for you and a big bottle of water for them, some Kool-Aid, whatever it might be, you've got your refrigerator right here, and it holds a ton. This is an 18 cubic foot residential refrigerator. It is awesome. I love the movable box. I use this all the time. That way I can stack everything up just so that it doesn't tilt over while I'm driving. You've got these humidity control adjustable drawers, plenty of room for fruits and vegetables. Just a really, really nice refrigerator with adjustable sides. And then above that, you'll notice we have, again, some phenomenal storage room. If you've got anything, we have a lot of party trays that we'll bring with us so that we can get our lettuce and fixings out for our burgers. It's just really nice to have so much storage right there. And then on top of that, if the kids want to come in for a popsicle, easy access to your refrigerator. You also have an ice maker in this and a nice deep drawer. So this is a really, really nice setup. This is a Samsung 3-door drawer, and then check that out. That's how you lock things. See that? Red, you can't open it. See that? Blue, it's open. Nothing fancy, just functional. This is a really, really durable coach made for people who want to get out and really enjoy nature. That being said, whoa, check out this storage. How luxurious is this? I mean, how much can you really fit in these guys here? It's just amazing. Oh, I better close that latch. And then down here, really easy access to all of your fuses, breaker boxes. This control panel is super clean, very well labeled. Now, first and foremost, it's important to know that what we do here at Transwest is not only when you come out here are you working with a group of individuals that's very experienced in not only RVs but the Super C segment. We have a technologist by the name of Gary Movellin who actually has kind of a cult-like following online. He does all of our deliveries. If he's not available, Bill Habercorn does. Now, Bill Habercorn, you're going, well, what does Bill do? Bill answers the phone. When you buy an RV from us, you've got Gary, you've got myself, you've got Freightliner, you've got Renegade, and you have Bill Habercorn. So between all of us, we're able to answer questions for you so that while you're out and on the road, you can stay there and enjoy yourselves. You can actually, go out, go camping, have fun. And if you forget, how do I put my slides out? Do I put my slides out first? Or do I put my hydraulic leveling jacks down first? Like, what do? I don't remember. Send a text, reach out, give a call. You're going to have an answer. Reliability and dependability on your dealership is really something that differentiates all of us. And I promise you one thing, I would never have started selling RVs if I hadn't had such a world-class experience here as a consumer first. So I can't speak highly enough of the gentlemen and women that I work with here at Transwest, you'll really be in good hands. Now that being said, check this out. This is kind of funny. So these are cushions. You're like, well, what good is that? Well, what's nice about that is when we move these cushions out and push this down and store this and make this a bed, I have cushions. Now, if I'm not planning on having guests with me, look at the size of this cushion. This is how much storage is underneath your booth dinette. That is like so much bread, cereal, hamburger buns, hot dog buns, like you name it. That is like everything you could ever possibly want. I absolutely love how much room you have. And just to put in perspective, my clipboard's pretty big. That is a lot of width. So lots of room once again. Who knows, maybe it's swimming noodles you're bringing with you, or I don't know, snorkeling fins, whatever you want, we got room for you. Speaking of room, anyone want to play some cards or some board games? Holy mackerel, look at all of this space. And once again, this is like really, really deep space. So there's my clipboard. Jody, I don't know if you want to get in there and just show them how much room I have beyond that clipboard in that little hollow. But you can put a full-size board game in here. I love the functionality of this. And that's going to lead us to one of my favorite parts of this RV. Not just all of this storage, which is incredible, but check this out. We have theater seating. This is a really nice feature for anybody who wants to get on the road, hang out, kick their feet up, relax. We got our nice cup holders right here. If you would have another person sitting with you, you can just use this as a couch. So no functionality lost here. Tons of storage here underneath the theater seats, which is just fantastic. Great place to keep a few books if you want, maybe your reading glasses. You can each have a pocket so nothing ends up getting lost. Just really, really nice functionality to have both theater seating and then also a really fantastic couch. And one of the things we were talking about earlier is this high quality finish. First of all, look at the size of this fireplace. Now this comes with a remote control. I think it's a 6200 BTU, so a lot of heat coming out of this fireplace, but it has a blower. So we don't have heated floors in this unit. We have even better. We have a fireplace with a heater. So there's a few different ways to go about heating this RV. First and foremost, you have continuous hot water in this RV. You have a 450 AquaHot system, which is going to give you as much hot water as you can use. It's instantaneous, so this tankless water heater, one of the things that's nice about it is you don't need to worry about warming it up. It gets hot really fast. And when I say hot, it gets hot, like you can't turn it all the way up hot. So super nice there. But on top of that, that 450D, which is the AquaHot unit, gives you what's called hydronic heat. So there's a glycol mix running around the exterior of this coach, keeping your bays warm and keeping your coach warm by blowing warm air over the top of that line. So that's a really great way to heat the coach. But if you want, you can just run your fireplace. So you can go somewhere chilly. You don't need your blankets. You don't have to bundle up. You can be just nice and warm, just like you're at home in your really first-class RV. One of the things that you get in this LE, which I think is just beautiful, is look at the quality of these floors. Just these absolutely stunning high polished floors. And I mean, wow, how much space does one really need? So we were talking with a few guests this weekend, and we were talking about having family come. Instead of catering to your family full-time, you can live here full-time. You could fit 2 king-size inflatable mattresses in this RV. The cool thing about that is you pick them up at the end of the day and you put them on top of the bed. That's your storage. No one has to put their bed away. No one has to put the table back. So just really, really convenient, feature of this RV. Now I did want to point out we do have, again, more outlets along with beautiful lighting. So this is continued throughout the entire cabin, not just in the bedroom. And that TV is so big. If you're going to be watching Le Mans or F1 or the Super Bowl, whatever it is that you might want to do, you can do that right there in the comfort of your RV, which is super awesome. I wanted to show also These are the 5 colors that are available this year. And you'll note that they all look very similar to what you would see last year. But instead of ingot, we're looking today at anthracite. We still have this beautiful red, but now it's called rouge. And now we have maritime. So all of these color combinations are similar to those that you've seen in the past, just with different names. If there's something that you're looking for 2022, give me a holler. We've got a few units, both, or not just both, but in the 36 VSB, in the 40 LTS, in the 40 LRB, in the bunk model 40 VSB. We have a lot of those assigned to us. And I'd be happy to get a name on the chassis for you. So if you'd like to take something that's coming in, that's great. We just got 2 other Renegades in yesterday. So we're a pretty big deal when it comes to ordering stuff. You know, James Paredes, my manager, and Andrew Lyons, my GM, are big fans of Renegade. We carry a lot of product. So of course, again, another Blu-ray player. But check this out. Do you have a bunch of old DVDs maybe? Anything that you'd like to bring with you so that you're comfortable? Heck, you can make it a popcorn drawer. Do you like that caramel popcorn and that nice cheddar kind? And then check out these drawers for the kitchen. What a luxurious amount of space in your kitchen. I love that. And then once again, soft close the whole way through. And one of my favorite features of this RV is that you have a full-size trash can. Now what we've done with ours is we actually have the silver one for interior, we have a black one for exterior, and we have a blue one for recycling, and we just stack them before we go. But if you'll take a look, Jody, underneath here, there's also a shelf, so you can keep all your cleaning supplies in there. So lots of room once again. And then another great storage bay. You know, dish soap, hand soap, all of those things that you might need when you're out on the road to make it feel more like home. One of my favorite things about this RV is the residential style faucet with both pour, oh, got some winterizer coming out there, pour and spray, and then look at how deep this is. That's a really nice deep sink. So we love that. And then you'll notice I'm going to put this down just next to the Veritouch Mira. This is the app that you would download, and you'll notice that what it does here is it gives me climate control. It gives me an ability to heat, preheat. I can close my slides. All of those things are right here. Let me see if I can just go into, wants me to pick it up. HVAC settings. Down here at the bottom, if I wanted to choose, I could control my lighting here as well. I'm getting some text messages. Hi, everybody. So really handy there. And then also, one of my favorite things that we have is going to be the slide control. So you'll notice that we can close and open our awnings and our slides both with just a touch of a button. This is really handy if you've ever gotten to a campsite late at night. You know, kids are sleeping, everyone's tired. No one wants to get out and help you determine whether or not you're going to run your slide into a tree. Guess what? It's okay, everybody. Don't worry. We got this. Go outside with your app. Open your slide. You can get closer to things than you've ever been able to get before, and it's so nice to have the confidence that you're not going to do any damage to your beautiful RV. So that's a really cool feature. Another really cool feature, you've got your convection and microwave unit. So a lot of people, you know, don't understand that you have this wonderful Samsung. Oh, and I'm going to take that back. Is this really? This is just a microwave. You've got your Samsung here. What's really nice about this, though, is that you've got defrost. So if you've got a lot of meat underneath in your drawer and you want to go ahead and defrost chicken thighs, you know, drumsticks, hot dogs, whatever it is, you've got everything that you need here right above your true induction cooktop. So what's cool about this cooktop is, first and foremost, I went in for a demonstration at Mountain High Appliance. They're great people, so if you're here in Colorado, love those guys. But I went in for a demonstration to see, you know, I was looking for the best cone shape and the best, heat coming off of the new range I was going to install on my upgraded kitchen. And we got done with everything and we kind of got sold on stuff. And I said, you know, I work for a company that sells a lot of RVs that have induction. Do you have any feedback? And he stopped everything and he said, well, if you're open to induction, there's really nothing better in the marketplace than induction. And the reason that is, is a few different things. First of all, you have not only a 1 through 5 setting on this cooktop that you can, control high, medium, low, all of that, but you can also set this to a particular temperature. So if you're looking to sear fish, if you want to make bacon at a particular temperature, all of those things, you can do that. But his demonstration that was most pertinent and impressive to me, especially having a 16-year-old and a 12-year-old, is he put a paper towel down on the cooktop, and then he put a big pot of water, and then he measured out the same amount of water and put it over gas. Not only did the water boil so much faster, like the other one hadn't even gotten bubbles, he did it with that paper towel in place. So I guess what I'm saying is fireproof. Nothing's fireproof, but if you want fire resistant, you don't want an open flame in your cabin or in your galley, that is one of the true benefits of the induction cooktop. So, true induction is phenomenal. This is a really big range. You've got a lot of room for big pots if you want to make pasta, but I just really love this cooktop. Now on that note, we still have more storage above here. You'll notice that we've got very organized binder. You've got your Garmin case, so you've got all the instructions you need for your Garmin unit. We are really good at providing you all the information that you need. You can usually find anything yourself before you have to even call for questions. And then again, another outlet up here for those of us making margaritas. That is clutch placement. And I want to show you now the front. So I want to go ahead and show you the cabin of this vehicle. So, when you're driving, you have your road maps, you have your sunglasses, you have your chewing gum, you have your baseball caps, you have your trucker cap. Lots and lots of room for storage up here. And then you'll notice, again, we have our hydraulic leveling system, and along with that we have our Magnum energy system. So as I was mentioning, we do have a Magnum inverter. The Magnum inverter is a 3,000 watt Magnum inverter, so lots and lots of power here. If you want to plug in a coax cable for your television, you can do that up here as well. But just a nice amount of storage up here, and really well done. Again, it's just so solid. I wish I could have you guys come in and smell how wonderful it smells in here with this hardwood finish. And these solid doors, and then also another 110 outlet in here, which is just clutch. If you want to charge your laptop, what a great place to charge a laptop. And then above me, you'll notice that we have our JBL sound system. This year we do have an improved Garmin system here for navigation. This is the trucker's navigation system. It is removable. You'll also note that we have a tire pressure monitoring system. And then what is this? Okay, so this is what we're going to use for, we have both some really new and interesting safety features in 2021. We have our Mobileye and lane tracking package. So we have not only lane tracking, which will tell you if you're drifting, but we also have something here which will tell you how close you are to the coach in front of you. And this Freightliner option is just really fantastic, because if you're driving and you've got kind of some fatigue and you want to just put your feet down, you can set this coach to mirror the speed of the RV or the truck or the car in front of you, and take your foot off the accelerator and relax a little bit. Now I will tell you, we are going to start up this RV. I wanted to kind of give you guys some room to kind of look over here at the cab first. But we have nice overhead storage for like our cell phone, maybe some lip gloss. You will need to buy a mirror, because there's no mirror because you can't see out the back. So if you want to do your lip gloss before you get out of the coach, go into the restaurant, you need to buy a mirror for your visor, or for both visors. I bought two. But I wanted just to kind of show you how clean this is, and then I'm going to start her up. So we're going to talk a little bit about driving a Super C. One of the constant comments I hear, or questions I get asked from people, is it noisy? Can you hear the person you're driving next to? Okay, first and foremost, this thing is a dream to drive. A diesel engine upon startup is a little bit noisier, but as soon as you get rolling with it, going down the interstate, no, you can have a completely great conversation with each other. One of the things that's not only nice about this RV, but phenomenal about this RV, is how easy it is to steer and drive. So because you're feeling, you can see the hood in front of you, you've got your wheels are out in front of you, kind of like a traditional car. For those of you that have never driven an RV before, this is a really easy RV to own and operate and drive. I don't have a special license. I own RV that's over 26,000 pounds in the state of Colorado. I don't need a special license, but honestly, we do ladies' weekends all the time. We'll be driving back from Estes. You know, I go a little bit slower. I use my engine brake to slow me so I don't get going too fast down those steep traverses. So sometimes I need to pull over and stop. But man, you can just pull out in a turnout at the drop of a hat. Let everyone pass you, get back on the road. It is such an easy RV to operate and own. One of my favorite things about it is this. It's making this sound. Oh, it's already stopped. Okay, so when it's airing up, that's what they call it. Oh, that was the sound of your lane tracking package. That's what it would sound like if you were to go over lines. But anyway, when it's airing up, so in other words, if the RV does not have enough air to start going forward, because you've got a lot higher ground clearance in this than you would in a Class A, but when it's airing up those airbags, it makes a beeping sound so you know not to leave. So it's really good at communicating with you. It kind of says, hey dude, even if you're in a hurry and you're trying to get off to that camping site right away, it lets you know it's not time to go quite yet. Give us another 2 minutes. It doesn't take very long for it to happen, but it's really nice that it gives you an alert that you're driving safely. Your Allison transmission's right here. So the cool thing about this Allison transmission is it's bulletproof. We use it on most of our RVs. You'll find it in almost everything that's offered in this market. There are a few different models out there, but for the most part, Allison is the one that you'll see the manufacturer will have most frequently. They do have reverse, neutral, and drive, and then there's another mode where you can actually go it's like a higher level of driving for faster and slower. If you need a little more power, and you can also toggle down, so instead of being in like third gear or fourth gear, you can keep it in third gear so you're driving in a lower gear and retarding that speed. With the engine brake, it's really not necessary, but maybe on the uphill traverse, instead of going into fourth gear, you want to have a little more pull, you could drop it down into third gear and hold that gear a little bit longer manually right here on your dash, which is super, super nice. Probably the thing that we use the most. So kind of cool there. One of the favorites of all time is this horn. Like, get out of my way, I'm coming. We love that. You'll notice that this coach has about 1,233 miles on it. They do drive these out from Elkhart, Indiana to us. As you can hear, I'm sitting in the cab. This is not loud. For everybody who's always like, oh, it's gonna be so loud. It's not loud. So really nice there. We've got our backup camera and trailer camera settings. So this RV is pre-wired for not only a backup camera, but also for a trailer camera as well. You also have Bluetooth, so you can, sync your phone to that, just really kind of updated and upgraded for those of us that are going to be spending a lot of time going long distances. I always tell people you're not going to put a lot of miles on your RV because you're not going to soccer practice in the grocery store, but you're going to have a lot of really pleasurable long driving miles. So your brakes here, climate control, as you can see, everything is at the touch of a button. I am going to go ahead and turn this off. I want you to note too, what is the nicest thing about this RV? Hey, guess what? I've got 2 doors here. So I have a 3-door RV. Instead of having one entry door, if I want to stop and get out and fill up my 100-gallon fuel tank, I can just hop out of this RV right here, jump out. I've got dual fill. They will balance out, but it's really, just to be very candid with you, much more effective to put a nozzle on each side, fill at the same time. You get a 6-gallon def tank, pop that buddy full, get back on the road. Your wife can sit here and be lining up your next camping trips. Maybe she's driving, you can line up your next camping spot. Kids are hanging out in the back playing a board game. No one needs to get out of the way. Everyone can just stay put. So super, super awesome there. Now, one of the things I want to do is show us how much room we have on the inside of this RV. So, Jody normally has to kind of go and like slink into the corner, but really, it's not going to be necessary today because this RV has so much room in the walkway. It's absolutely phenomenal. So different RVs have different pros and cons. One of the most attractive aspects of the Verona and the Verona LE, and all of the Renegade products really, what an Icon and XL for that matter as well, is the amount of walkable space in between the aisles when you are closed up and ready to rock and roll. So first of all, that was nice and quiet, right? So we're going to go ahead and pull this slide in as well. Now you'll notice I'm not at the Firefly control. Jody, you can pan to the right and show everybody where that is right there on that wall. So this is normally where you would be, you know, if you were in another manufacturer having to come to put your slides in. So you'll notice I did all of this with my phone. Now for the reveal, Jody, go ahead and turn around. So you guys, I'm not even kidding. This is all the way in. So this is the amount of room you have to sit here and watch TV. Now, you can put the televator down and have, you know, a big window to watch outside. You could watch, you know, we always watch those Trading the Dragon movies. Those are our favorite. On the road. I think I've seen them all 17 times. But you can watch TV. You got plenty of room. Heck, run the fireplace if it's cold. Run the air conditioner. If it's hot, you can turn your generator on. Do a load of laundry. Have the kids make you a microwavable burrito. You know, you can really just keep living. This is a lot of usable space. You'll notice too that we have our MCD day shades as well as our night shades, night shades as well as our day shades. And then these windows open, as do these windows. So that is a feature that's, you know, different in this model. You know, when you stay in a really high-end first-class hotel, you expect state-of-the-art ventilation, really nice, you know, these are double pane windows, but you want them to be, you know, just clear looking glass. When you're staying in the cabin though, don't you have like all the windows open? I mean, like I said, this is a motor cabin instead of a motor coach. And does not detract from the build quality. It's just a different fit. Now, if you're curious, I do a side-by-side video of a Newmar Super C versus a Renegade, and I'll do some more because I think it's a really powerful thing to be able to see them side by side. But if this is your style, like I said, I've got a few coming in. We would love to see your name on one of them. I can help you adjust any of this, whether you want to have a couch here, maybe you want to have extra sleeping quarters here, if you want a dinette instead of a booth, you know, we can do all of those things here for you at Transwest and Frederick. Now, once again, today we are looking at, this is our stock number. This coach is available if you go quick because they sell fast. It's stock number 5N201344. Again, 5N201344. And again, my name is Katie O'Neill. And then just to give you an idea, the MSRP on this vehicle is $390,051, so $390,051. And there are not a lot of options on the Renegade. They come standard with most things. Like we've got an 8 kilowatt generator. We've got our, you know, our good inverter. We've got the power hose reel. That comes in, it's a 50-foot, you know, 50 amp hose reel. We've got the whole house water filter. I know we talked about that. But what we didn't talk about is this has the mud flap, which is an optional feature. It has the theater seating with dual recliners. It has the porcelain tile all the way through into the bedroom as well. Oh gosh, I didn't show you central vac. What a jerk. It has central vac. Here, Jody, back up. Let's see if we can find a central vac port because I think that that's good. I'm gonna trip you, huh? Where's my central vac port? Here it is. Okay, so cool. Now, there's a sweep port too, so you don't necessarily need to pull your hoses out. And there's also an outside attachment for that. So central vac not only on the interior, but if you've got paddle boards like I do and you want to get all the sand up before you roll them up, very, very cool. And then, hey, check this out. Look at how much room. This is how much room I have to go into the potty from my closed up coach. How spectacular is that? So central vac. And then, okay, so one of the nice features that I know I mentioned it early on, we do have 3 175 watt solar panels on top of this RV. What that means to you is that coupled with our lithium battery upgrade, when you have components that are dealing with power that's becoming lower as it does in an AGM, so it's not consistent levels of power. It's hard on componentry. Manufacturers that make anything electronic would recommend against it. With lithium ion, what's really nice, especially with it being integrated into your Firefly app, is as it goes down, it's the same output. It gives you a warning, you've got your solar backing you up, but if you need to start your generator, it's at the touch of a button, and it's really easy to read on your phone or on one of your Firefly wall panels. So a very different experience in power. Lithium ion batteries are the next wave of the future. Newmar's King Air has these huge battery packs. You know, it's just really, really awesome to see all of this technology come in to make camping even more convenient for you, even more fun. So that's one of the upgrades on this coach. That is a $9,184 option. It includes a special inverter, so it's not something you want to retrofit. So if you want to get it done, make sure you do it right. 2021, 2022, we can include that for you. And that's a really important differentiating feature, along with all of those safety features you saw in the front of the cab. That's really a big difference between the 2021 and the 2020 models. So, you know, just keep in mind, you know, not all RVs are created the same. So I'm going to go ahead and go outside now. I'd like to show you the floor plans, so please take a look at those, and then I'll meet you outside and we'll go ahead and start our coach tour from the front to the back. Let me know when we're live again. Okay. We can go ahead and go back now. Okay, everybody, welcome back. I hope that was helpful. This is one of the longer floor plans that we have. This is 40 feet, 2 inches long. One of the things I wanted to make sure I noted for you, because a lot of people ask me how tall this RV is, and I do have that information for you. I really do, I swear. Oh, it's on page 1. Okay, I have like 17 pages of notes. There's so much to tell you about this. But this coach is 12 feet, 8 inches tall, including both of the AC units. So your two 15,000, you know, those air conditioning units that you can't see because of the Girard awning that you see that's roof mounted here. Those air conditioning units are included in that 12-foot, 8-inch high rating. The overall length is 42, and the exterior width is 99 and 1/4 inch. Got to make sure we get that in there. Not 100. We're not 100 inches wide. We are 99.25. That being said, the interior height, 7 feet. You go ahead and be too tall for my RV. I dare you. Okay, so let's talk about this. So, holy moly, how attractive do we get? I mean, this is a beautiful, beautiful RV. I love this lovely, you know, chrome-backed big mirrors. This bottom mirror is your best friend. This is where you see all the cars next to you. Really easy to park. Of course, we have our camera system. But look at how awesome this is. I mean, what a monster, you know? What a monster. Once again, the iron hand in the velvet glove. I love the analogy. Man, what a cool RV. I didn't mention air ride seats. Those things like elevate and they're heated. That's awesome. But we did talk about the AquaHot. So this is the 450D. This is that antifreeze or glycol mix that goes around in the exterior. This is the thing you don't want to not have. When you come out and you buy your RV from me, if you mention that you saw AquaHot in this video, and then I offered that if you mentioned it, I would give you a free gallon of AquaHot, I will give it to you. Now, if you don't mention it, no free gallon, you gotta buy it yourself. It's not very expensive, really. But if you mention it, it's on the house, no problem. We also have a really nice gift bag with some good oatmeal and other stuff that comes along with your purchase. But first bay down. Now, look at all the room in this basement. Holy macaroni. So this is gonna be, of course, you can air up your tires. So that's just your air hose right there. A little Transwest Truck Trailer windshield washer fluid. Text me if you want me to tell you how deep this door is, because this door is big and that bay is deep. It is really, really, really deep. It has a 110 outlet in the back of it. So you can actually go ahead and set up the entire bar room for yourself right here. You could even run a little hose that dripped out of the bottom of your little ice tray next to your margarita maker while you were watching your, well, look at this, we're even watching TV today. That's a first for me. I usually use this Bluetooth sound bar right here, so I love having this just able to sync up to my phone. But if you want to sit out and watch the game, you'll notice that this is really nicely positioned. Oh, speaking of nicely positioned, one of the things that we've got to do while we're out here is put out these awnings. Check this out. How awesome is this? So we have, not only do we have this gigantic, beautiful awning, but we also have LED lighting underneath it. So not only will you look fancy, but everybody will be able to watch the game and not spill their drink. Super awesome. One thing I mentioned in a lot of my videos, if you haven't had a chance to look at them, Outlander makes a really good propane fire pit. The cool thing about the propane fire pit is that you can buy a rug that matches your RV, and then you can put your chairs out and around underneath your awning. This is, by the way, wind sensing awning, so if it's windy, it will close on us. Right now I think we're going to be okay. But you can put that fire pit out on top of your rug. It won't get too hot, so you can actually sit out here on your rug with your lawn chairs, with your fire pit, watching the football game, hanging out on a Thursday night and just crushing it in life. This is such a cool feature, and this little LED light strip is just awesome because it just gives you kind of that indoor light on the exterior. So I just love that. One thing that we should definitely mention is the keypad here. I love this is an LE feature that is just wonderful. You can reset your keypad so you don't need to bring your keys with you if you want to go fishing or paddleboarding, anything like that. You've got your keypad here. Of course, nice, big mirror or big window, so if you've got company, you can see who's knocking on your door. And then next, again, whoa, look at the size of this storage bay. I mean, one after the other. I mean, plenty of room for golf clubs, fishing poles, paddle boards, whatever it may be that you want to do. These, of course, are your little bars that you would put into the slides so that while you're driving, your slides don't come out. I don't know that that's something that I should be using. I don't use them, but I'm sure that people who are prudent in life and not living on the edge like me, apparently, they use them all the time. Oh, here's our vac system and extra tiles. So those are the hoses, and then this is the exterior port. Once again, really cool for those of us that want to vacuum off our paddle boards, maybe our children before we let them go inside of the coach. Not above that, really. Okay, so look at this. How cool is this? Now, okay, let's just pretend that I think that my bed slide's in the way. Like, I can just push this button and hold it down. I mean, is that not like the most amazing thing you've ever seen? Like, I absolutely love this. I actually bought my RV not knowing that this happened. My sales guy didn't tell me. And when I found this out, I was like, hold the phone. What are you talking about? There's a phone app to control my slides? Oh my gosh. Okay. Wow. How sexy are we back here? Verona LE, king of the road. You want to talk about a beautiful coach? This is it. There's our camera up here. You'll notice it's mounted extra high. And then we give you this really awesome hitch. It's got 2 ball sizes on it. We've got our 7-pin connector. We've also got our camera connector. So everything that you need here. It's also removable, so if you are in a tight space, you can take this hitch off and store, which is also very nice. Great badging right here. Transwest Truck Trailer and RV, Frederick, Colorado, the only place to be. It's gonna be 80 today. Andrew, I'm feeling a little sick. I think I might have to go home early. Okay, so power hose reel. This is not optional, folks. Like, this is a must. These things are cold and nasty and yucky, and the fact that you can just push a little button right there and have it all retract and pull in is absolutely handy. I also love our 110 outlet up here. Once again, I actually keep like a little portable battery jumper that also can charge my iPhone, and it just does a whole bunch of stuff. I just keep it back here and I keep it plugged in, and it's always charged. I don't even think about it. It's just awesome. I love that. Big dog. All right, you bought the big coach, you get the big dog. There's your own quiet diesel generator. Running off once again, what do we have? 100 gallons of fuel. 100 gallons. 150 gallons of fresh water. Holy mackerel. Look at how sexy this thing is. Man, this is a pretty coach. All right, so this is for somebody else to use. This is where your hose is stored. That's your whole house water filter. As you can see, you can load your tank fill or city water with just a flip of a switch. You've got your drain right there, black water wash, gray tank dump, black tank dump. Super simple to use. I promise you, I will never use it, but my friend Tim Frank and I made an awesome video. So if you want to see how it's done, I pay him 10 bucks every time I come back from camping. We'll make you another video or send you the one we already did. Not my job. Fishing poles can go in here, by the way. This is once again a place to keep your gravity hose, but it's nice and long. If you want to keep your icky, smelly fishing poles, bam, right there. Plenty of room. Just line them up. Let's go ahead and close this bad boy up. We did a lot of paddle boarding this past summer. I'm gonna do a lot more. I gotta tell you, I got a little bit of space envy. This basement, I would keep my little Outlander on this side. I don't even have that in my 36 foot. Man, a little space envy. I got a little space envy. And another one? Man, what the heck? Once again, 40 LTS mid-bath. What an amazing idea. Did you see these 12 volts, Jody? Look at these batteries. Dragonfly, 100 amp hour, 12 volt life. By the way, this is a slide, so they come out, so they're easy to access, but you get 6 of them in here. Then you've got your chassis batteries up here in the front. Everything's super easy to identify. Another matching diesel port, and then there's your DEF tank filler right there. So like I said, the cool thing is you get to your gas station, you hop out, and bammo, come down out of this sexy cab. Everyone's like, dude, who's that guy? Man, I want that rig. That rig is tight. You go up, you put both your nozzles in, you're gone in a flash. They're like, wow, I wish I had one of those for me. All right, oh, camera. When you turn your left signal on, the video on the left or the video on the right, really nice to have. If you're out of the lines, she'll yell at you. She's a little bossy. She needs a name. Bring her home, we'll let you name her. Number one reason you buy a Super C. What happens when your mechanic can get to your engine nice and quick? You spend less money. We are not in the bedroom under the floorboard. We are up front. We are present. Whenever you see us beautiful and red like that, that is the marriage between Cummins and Freightliner. That's a Cummins engine. It's red. You know it's a Cummins. It is sexy. It's put together well. It is tried and true. It is very, very popular amongst everybody because it's reliable and strong. Again, 350 horsepower, 8.9 liter Cummins engine with 1,150 foot-pounds of torque with a 20,000 pound towing capacity. Holy macaronis. Bring it. Who wants to go play this year? If you want to go play, buy this RV. This RV is not only sexy, it's functional, and it is the iron hand and the velvet glove, and it is available for sale by yours truly. I'm Katie O'Neill. I'm here at Transwest Truck Trailer RV. I cannot wait to meet you. Give me a call. Thanks, guys.